Pleasure to be here. Just real fast, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Trudy Evans, and my husband and I own a company called the Raven Group. We offer executive coaching. We do customized training programs like I'm going to do with you today, and we also do business consulting. I am also happy to say that I'm an author of a book that's called The Pied Piper Principle, Lead and They Will Follow, and it is a book that I designed for people that go from superstar to supervisor. People that are entering into a new role of management. They don't necessarily have any real training in that field, and they're trying to work their way through just some of the challenges that people have when they go from buddy to boss. And so I've got that out. I consider myself an expert on leadership. I kind of laugh about it, but I only decided the reason I think I'm an expert is because I love it. I absolutely like the whole thought and concept about leading. Now, I know that you had choices this afternoon as to why you came to this session. So, emotional intelligence. Why? Why did you choose this one, other than you saw my name? Why did you choose? That was teaching us that when we were little. Once it's out, you can't take it back. Emotional intelligence today is one of the most important factors in the success of leaders in the workplace. And here's the way I define it. I do a lot of executive coaching. And a lot of the coaching I do is with managers, senior directors, executive vice presidents, all the way up to the CEO. And oftentimes I'm asked to come in and coach because the individual has already displayed the skills and the talents to get the job. All right? They have good problem-solving skills. They are willing to take a risk. They're good decision makers. They know how to read a P&L. You know, they've got it. But I say they earn the seat at the table, but they can't sit there. And you know why? Because they don't know all the other stuff that it takes to be strong in being a leader, and for those of you that are not in leadership roles, for you to maintain success in your career. And I also look at it outside of my life, outside of my work life, okay? So I want you to think about if today she had been called out in a meeting about it. And she was like, I was paying attention. I was playing, I don't know, Angry Birds. Angry Birds. Oh my God, you know that. So I take it it's like two birds fighting and... No. I don't want to. How many knows Angry Birds? Okay, my little trash can girl. Are you good at it? I figured. Everybody that walks around with a trash can. So she got called out on it by her boss. I want you to now think about a leader that you have worked for. Or perhaps a leader that you know in your church, maybe a leader in some community thing that you might be involved in, some nonprofit organization. And I want you to picture for me the really great leader. Is that leader approachable? Yeah, typically. Typically they have the physical appearance of come, you can talk to me. Right? Typically, they will engage in a conversation with you easily, right? You don't feel like you're fighting, right? Typically, they'll stay present with you. How many of you have met that other leader that's talking to you and you can see they're looking for somebody better in the room to talk to, right? I'll be here for a minute. Hang on, I'm looking, oh, you're gotta go. I'm coming over here, right? And in fact, they're so obvious about it, it's almost comical. Right? Hello, I'm here. Stay with me. Right? So think about all five of those. The really, truly great leader you feel good to be with. Right? They have the ability to self-motivate, which then brings everybody else up. They have empathy. They usually are not negative. I want you to think about that. Think of the best leader you've ever worked with or you ever know. Now, on a meter of 1 to 5, 5 being the most negative, and 1 being, oh my goodness, they're never negative, where are they on that meter? They're down at the bottom, right? They focus on the glass is half full, right? They don't focus on the half empty glass. Self-control. And if you've been with me before, I might have said it. I talk about the circle of influence, circle of concern. There are things we can be concerned about, but we can't do anything about it. There are things that we can influence in our lives. When I see people silly about traffic, I have to laugh. Because do you really think you're going to do anything about it? And isn't it funny when they're weaving in and out, we still all end at the same stoplight and the same thing. You know, and you're just like, It's always the same. It's the same with right now. Again, I spent the morning with some people that are in town from Ohio. And it was interesting, again, emotional intelligence. I was watching one individual that was checking the weather and get flights, and so one person is frustrated and trying to find anything they can do to get themselves out of, oh, this isn't going to end. They're fussing about the weather because apparently an ice storm's happening up north and flights are being canceled. And this one over here is saying, well, you know what? I figure I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wait and just get out tomorrow around 4. I just want to enjoy the day tomorrow. There is self-control, right? There is the decision now, am I going to change the weather? No. Unless, if you know somebody that can, give me a call, because we can make a lot of money. Yes, she is.
I would just go on, I'm not going to wait for the email. Me and Trudy go way back in regards to certain things like that, but...
well, we didn't date her. He asked, I said I was married. No, he never self-regulated.
But just to let you know, I did a presentation on Black History Month in regards to success through the eyes of equity, diversity, and inclusion yesterday. And this young lady has, inspired. So hopefully be working on a book soon. So.
Thank you very much. Let me know. All right, now, hold on. Oh, let's pause for that. Please announce. Evaluations of all sessions and an overall evaluation of the day will be, you know this deal? You gotta know this deal? Okay, all right. They tell me I gotta say it. Listen, it's always my pleasure. So thank you very much for your attention.